everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome back for more Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we got a few 100% things, and then went off to Goron Mines and beat that entire dungeon. And in this episode, we are going to be getting a few 100% things, and then heading off to Snow Peak Ruins and finishing that dungeon off. We've already been to Snow Peak Ruins once in this run here. I went there to get the ball and chain earlier in the run, but we actually need to go and beat it now, so I'll go and do that. So right off the bat here, the first 100% thing that we're going to be getting, and actually a kind of necessary item, is the bag with bombs that you buy from Barnes. It costs 120 rupees, but we have way more than that, so it's fine. Now right here, I'm actually just going to be selling the bombs that I just bought. And the reason for that is because I actually don't want normal bombs, I just want water bombs. Or, correction, I only want water bomb, because I only need one. But you can only buy them in sets of 5, of course, so might as well just do that. And then we can just go up to the second floor here and then exit out the top, because we actually have something that we need to get up here. I think there are a couple more things that we also need to get up here, but we can't get them quite yet. Or rather, we can't get them while it's daytime. But anyways, so yeah, what I'm talking about is we need to go to the watchtower over here, because since we beat Goron Mines now, there's actually a mini-game that has just opened up to us, and we need to get to the top of the watchtower to do that. And after beating Goron Mines, a bunch of Gorons appear around Kakariko Village, and you can use them to just jump up to higher places. This is how you were supposed to get to the dungeon originally. Like, you were supposed to get the Gorons to, like, launch you up and everything so that you could climb the mountain, but of course we skipped that with the trick. But yeah, so we can use it here to just get up here a little bit faster. But anyways, now that we are on top of the watchtower, we can jump off and die. Just kidding. Or almost not, I just about fell off there. But anyways... so yeah, by talking to Tailo here, we can start the minigame. And, so yeah, this is a bow minigame. It's pretty easy, honestly. As far as bow minigames go in Zelda games, at least, like, the one in Ocarina of Time was pretty difficult. The ones in Majora's Mask were, like, arguably harder. But no, this game, it's pretty simple. This last shot is really the only hard one, but there's a good visual cue for it. You're supposed to hit the pole, as Tailo said, which is just on the very left side. Like, if you line up with the very left side of this building right here, and then, like, move up a little bit and shoot it, it's easy. It's, like, a very consistent shot, so it's pretty easy. I think the thing that makes this, like, the easiest bow minigame is that there are no moving targets at all, which, like, all of the other ones have. But anyways, so now that we're done that, I do believe we are done here, and so I think, yes, we can just warp to Zora's Domain, because we have something that we need to get here. So let's go and do that. The thing that we need to get in question is the thing that I needed the water bomb for, and that would be getting the Goron bomb bag. So back way earlier in the run when we melted the ice that was in Zora's Domain, there was actually a Goron in that rock that we warped. And so now that Goron is underwater, and so we just need to free him, and then he will give us a bomb bag. However, I mentioned that I was getting water bombs for this. There's actually a way to get this without water bombs. Cue the clip here. Alright, so in order to explain how to get the Goron bomb bag without the water bombs, I first need to explain another glitch. And this glitch is the normal bombs underwater glitch, and you'll never guess what it lets you do. It lets you use normal bombs underwater. Go figure. But yeah, so basically the way you do this trick is really simple. It's actually, like, I've done it a number of times accidentally myself. All you have to do is land in water, and a few frames before you actually land in the water, actually it's a bunch of frames before you land in water, you want to start pulling out a bomb. And if you do it on the correct frame, the bomb will just work underwater like a water bomb would. And I think the way that it works is basically, like, whenever you pull the bomb out, Link has that animation where he's pulling it out of his satchel. You want to sort of time that so that the first frame that the bomb is coherent, or, like, that it's visible and that it actually is functioning, sort of, you want that to be the frame that you hit the water. And what happens is, when that frame actually happens, you're, like, already sort of underwater, and then when you land in the water, Link drops the bomb, and so the bomb never actually has time above the water, and so because of that, it never actually checks whether or not it hit the water, and it just works like a water bomb. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works, at least. So anyways, let me just show it off for you right here. There's an easy way to do it. You just back off of this ledge and then pull the bomb out on the right frame. That was a little bit late. Let me try it again. That was also late. That was early, actually. Right there. So yeah, Just by doing that, it lets the bomb function underwater. It's a really simple glitch. And yeah, there's one other thing that I need to mention about this though. It's not actually, like, there isn't always a frame where you can pull out a bomb and the trick will work. So for example, if I jump off of this ledge right here, there isn't a frame where I can pull the bomb out and have it work. However, if I come a little bit more over here, you'll notice there's this little like ledge right here and like kind of steps down a little bit. If I jump off of this part right here, it does work. So there's just that little height difference makes a difference. So yeah, this trick is height based. It's not actually frame based. However, there's like whenever it's possible, there's only ever one frame where it will work. So now that we have all of that down, you might be thinking, oh, well, I can just go and do that and blow up the Goron rock that isn't actually there because this file already blew up the rock. Pretend it's there. That's not actually possible. If you try doing it right here, the bomb actually wouldn't sink low enough to blow up the Goron rock. It's just the rock is too far down there. So for a long time, people thought, oh, well, this is just a lost cause then. However, this is still possible. I wouldn't be going over this if it wasn't. So I need to, in order to explain this, I need to explain how bomb physics work. So basically, let me try this right here. I'm going to set a bomb down right here, and then talk to this Zora. And as you can see, in the background there, the bomb is frozen. The timer isn't moving. I could leave this on for like a year if I wanted. The bomb would never blow up. The bomb timer is just completely stopped. And if I cancel this text out, you'll see it starts moving again, and if I talk again, it stops again. So basically, any time where you start a cutscene, the bomb timer will stop. That's just how the game works. There's nothing you can do about that. There's also one other thing that does, though. If I try throwing a bomb and then talking, it's behind Link, but I could, like, sit here for as long as I want, and then if I cancel out of the text, you'll notice the bomb started rolling a little bit. What that means is that anytime you start a cutscene, bomb physics will also stop. Kind of. So that's what we thought for a very long time. However, it was discovered semi-recently by Yellow Torpedo that's not always the case. And I'm going to try and show it off. I'm going to do it with water bombs, though, just to make it a little more evident to see. But basically, I'm going to try throwing a water bomb. You'll kind of see where it'll go, or... Oh, okay, that was a little weird. But yeah, like, you'll see it... I guess I can drop it straight down and see where it goes. You'll kind of be able to see, like, what happens right there. So you'll see it kind of, like, rolled off there and it, like, blew up not very far into the water. Just use that as, like, a little example there. If I am going... what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out the water bomb, and then I'm going to start drinking my milk right after, like right as I'm pulling it out, and hopefully this will work. So yeah, as you can see, the bomb blows up way further than it was before. Like, before it was like I don't even think it had passed the opening there, but there it was, like, way further down. So basically what Yellow Torpedo discovered was that if you start a cutscene right as you're pulling a bomb out, Link will automatically drop the bomb, and the bomb physics will stay, but the bomb timer will stop. And so you might be seeing where I'm going with this. If you do that trick where you pull use normal bombs underwater, which again is frame perfect. If you do that trick and start a cutscene at the exact same time, starting the cutscene isn't actually frame perfect, but if you start it at basically the exact same time, you can sink a normal bomb low enough to blow up the rock. And so I actually have another video that I'll play for this because I'm not doing this again. But right here, basically, we're going to be using another cutscene that can happen in this room, specifically the cutscene when you unlight this torch, a treasure chest will appear. And so right as you'll see right here, I do a side hop as the boomerang is coming back, and I pull out a bomb on the correct frame, and that keeps the bomb physics, but stops the timer, and has the normal bomb working underwater. And it does it, the cutscene lasts for long enough so that when the bomb explodes, it will blow up the rock, as you can see right there, and then you can just swim forward and, you know, equip the iron boots, go down, and collect your prize without having water bombs, which I actually did on this file right here when I was making this video. But yeah, so this trick is extremely stupid. It's actually faster to use in, like, the any percent category, but nobody's ever going to actually do it and, like, reliably do it. I actually think somebody managed to do it once in a run just because the run was dead and they felt like going for it, but yeah. So yeah, it's a really, really dumb trick. I don't recommend anyone try it, but it's possible. Okay, real quick, I forgot to mention the worst part about this trick, and that is that cutscene that plays where the treasure chest spawns, the one that makes this trick even possible, only ever happens once per playthrough. It's a permanent flag, and once you activate it, you can never have that cutscene happen again. Like, you can have it happen again if you save before doing it, and then if you fail, reset the console, pull up your file again, and then try it again like that. So if you're just wanting to do this trick for fun, then sure, it works, it's fine. But in a speedrun setting, only being able to go for this trick once is terrible. Like, doing this in the any percent speedrun only saves about, like, 15 seconds or something, and failing it loses minutes. So it's really, really stupid, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody try doing it. But anyways, back to the episode. So yeah, that is an absolutely terrible method of doing it. I don't recommend anybody ever try doing it. But yes, it works, so that's pretty nice. But now we just need to blow up this rock and get the bomb bag from this Goron with water bombs, because I will never do the the method without water bombs at this point. Again, at least. But so right after we get this, there's actually a cool little trick that we're going to do. We've done the trick before, but we're going to be doing a bit of a side effect of it that I haven't shown yet, I don't believe. What we're going to be doing is we're going to start taking out a water bomb, and then we're going to force unequip the iron boots, which does the swimming with water bombs glitch. But what I didn't mention is if you drop it after, like, really soon after Link puts it above his head, this happens. You actually fly up to the top of the water source. If you wait for a little bit too long, it won't work. But yeah, so if you wait for, like, just a split second after Link puts it above his head, then you can do that. Alternatively, if you have the Zora armor on, I believe it works all the time. Also, I can't whoa. I thought I was more behind the pillar there. But yeah, so if you have Zora armor on, there's no timing involved, it's just you always will be able to do the thing. I completely forgot what I was talking. So Rocket Link, that's what it's called, Rocket Link. But anyways, so now that we're done that, we're gonna head off to Snow Peak Ruins, but there's a really cool trick that we can do to get there a little bit quicker. It only saves just a little bit of time. And actually, I need to do something real quick. So this right here, this is a sort of new trick. It's called Bane Jump, named after the person who theorized and found it, Dragonbane. And this is... I wasn't supposed to transform. This is a really cool trick, but man, is it annoying. So basically here, let me try and do this. There's a bit of a setup that you can use for it. This setup is a little bit slower, I think, but it is a little bit easier, at least, to get. So you can climb up, or if you climb up at the very, like, corner here and then lock on, and then, like Ocarina of Time, do some side hops for a setup. And then we turn around, and I need the boomerang for this. And then I want to pull out the boomerang, and then if, which one was it? Okay, it was this one. So this peak right here, if you line up with, it's like just to the right of the top peak there, of this, like, small little, like, side part of the mountain, and then you do a quick boomerang long jump attack off of it. Did that... I don't think that got a boomerang long jump attack. I think I just got a normal jump attack. Whatever, it'll still work with just a normal jump attack. It'll just take a lot longer. And as a result, it wouldn't save time. But yeah, so as you can see, we are all the way down at the bottom here. So the reason we activated Map Glitch, obviously, is because... it gets rid of the death plane, basically, or deactivates it, rather. And so I'm never going to void out. And as you can see, like, we can get some pretty weird shots with this if we don't let the boomerang get to us. It's going to catch up to us right away here. But yeah, so by doing this, we can basically, if you don't know where we're going, as you can see, we're headed straight towards the bridge, actually, that's right in front of the... Yeah, there's my boomerang. That's right in front of the dungeon. And the thing about this is that when I came through this area the first time, I activated the Midna text that was right in front of the stairs to Snow Peak Ruins. That was extremely important. There actually is a way to skip that, but I don't want to do that because I can do Bane Jump here. Actually, getting the clearing the Midna text there activates a save warp location underneath, or not underneath the bridge, but like right by the bridge. And that like trigger, the area where you can save in that actually triggers that save warp location, extends like infinitely upwards and downwards. So I can just do this big jump right here, go across the death plane, and as soon as I get underneath the bridge, I can save and quit. And when I start up again, I should be in front of the dungeon. So hopefully this will work. I'm not quite sure about this angle, but let's try right about here. I usually kind of try doing it right when the like the wall that I pass like passes the actual camera view, when it's right behind Link. So that's generally what I look for. Although if it changes a little bit, or if you're off by too much, that might change it. So I hope this worked. Okay, it did. So yes, with that, I have skipped doing the entirety of the snowboarding section. Now, because I didn't get a boomerang long jump attack there, it wasn't actually faster than doing the snowboarding section, but if you set it up quickly and actually get a boomerang long jump attack, it ends up saving, I think, like 5 or 6 seconds or something along those lines. So it's a little bit of a time save, but most importantly, it just looks really cool. But anyways, so now that that's done, we're just going to be collecting the rest of the stuff here. We're going to get that Poe right there. Oops, I was not supposed to, whatever. Yeah, so basically those two sets of things have interesting things behind them. This one has a Poe that was over here. And then, oh shoot, actually, am I going to lose the rupee there? I think I'm going to lose the rupee there. I missed it. You know what? I'll leave that. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. I can find 100 rupees elsewhere. I know where every single treasure chest in this game is. I think I can find a 100 rupee chest somewhere. But anyways, so now that I have that Poe soul, this right here is the moment I've been dreading the entire series. This trick right here. What we have right now is the Keese Super Jump. This is a new trick. It's a new kind of trick. Actually, it's kind of not really. I have used the Super Jump before, but it's a lot more evident what's happening this time around. So basically what you want to do is you want to get into this corner right about here. Or not really the corner, but like stand around here. It's not really precise where you need to stand. And then you need to take the boomerang, and you see this little Keese up here? Well, I'm going to target this guy, and then the boomerang's going to bring the Keese towards me, and then because I'm far enough away from the Keese, technically, because it's going to get stuck behind that this railing right here, because of that, it's going to just fly back to its home. But what I can do is, I can actually, once the boomerang comes back to me, I can transform, start doing a Midna charge attack, and then I can actually start moving a little bit, and if I do everything right, I was very close there. Yeah, so you can basically have, because the Midna, like whenever Midna charge attack targets an enemy, as long as you still have the B attack up, it doesn't matter where the enemy goes, you will still be targeting it. So because the Keese flies back to its home and we're still targeting it, when you release B, or when it automatically gets released, you go flying towards it, and if you have the right position and speed and angles and everything, you can literally get on top of that chandelier that's right there. So I'm actually going to cut until I get this, because this is a very precise, or very hard trick, I should say. I have lost minutes to this in runs before. So yeah, I'll cut. There we go. Okay, actually I was not expecting that one to get it. That one didn't look right, but apparently it got it. So yeah, by doing those specific movements and everything, you can get up here. A good way of, one like sort of visual cue that I use basically is once I target, I move like 2.5 steps to the right, and then I start holding upright and move until I'm gonna like start moving down the stairs just a little bit. And so basically I try stopping so that Link's like the first 2 paws are like on the first step there, and then by doing that it sometimes gets it. But yeah, so anyways, now this chest right here, this is a heart piece chest, so we need to get it, but normally the way you're supposed to get it is by using the ball and chain on these chandeliers, and that's a little bit annoying to do from this chandelier. We'd have to like actually go backwards to do it, and it's kind of annoying like that, but there's actually an easier way to do this. It doesn't look like it, but you can actually boomerang long jump attack up there. So basically you just literally need to target up here because this ground is high enough. How did that fail? Excuse me? Okay, you know what? Whatever. There's actually, believe it or not, that key super jump is an annoying method. There is actually another similarly annoying method of getting up to the second floor early. Specifically, we can actually break that... Oh, I was wondering what was happening, but I didn't realize the shoe was there. Okay, but yeah, so you can actually break that section of ice right there. And behind it is a claw shot target, so we can just claw shot right up there. But this is actually an extremely precise throw. So you kind of want to stand like as far forward as you can here without actually falling down, which it's a little hard to tell where that is. And then you want to throw this like as low down as you possibly can with having it still clear the stairs. And if you do that right, that was way too high. Let's try that again. You end up throwing this thing like a lot higher than you'd expect. Wow, I actually got that like really quickly. So yeah, by doing that, you can just break that, and then you can just claw shot up here. And that's the easier method of getting up. Believe me, the key super jump is a lot worse. Also, why is that guy there? I'm not sure why that guy's there. Or rather, I guess I'm not sure why he wasn't there last time. I'm gonna kill this guy, though, because this guy actually gets in your way a lot. So let me just do this real quick. Excuse me, can you please die? Thank you. Perfect. All right, so now I just need to get over here again. And I'm gonna try doing the boomerang long jump attack again over onto the final thing, because it's not actually a hard boomerang long jump attack. I'm actually not sure what went wrong. But let me just try that again. You can actually make this jump right here. Just by doing this and then doing a boomerang or a mid-air jump attack. And is the keys following me? No? Okay. So yeah, basically where I like to stand on here is like on this middle line right here, kind of like in the center between the center point and the edge there. And then that is not my boomerang. And then at this point, I just want to literally take... I guess you kind of want to aim maybe a little more to the left. I might be wrong about that. I guess I haven't really learned this trick too well, but it's not hard, so I shouldn't fail it, but... How did it happen again? Be right back. Okay, so I'm going to try it at this position here. I think my problem is that I've actually been standing too far forward, oddly enough. Even though I'm, like, falling a little bit too early when I'm doing it back, like, from further back, I feel like that's actually what makes you clip up. So yeah, right there. Okay, I guess my problem was that I was standing too far forward. So yeah, it doesn't at all look like you should be able to boomerang long jump attack up here, but for whatever reason, your collision sometimes just clips up on top of the ledge. And with that, you can get the heart piece. So that's great. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this trick, especially since these chandeliers are moving. But you can actually do a double boomerang long jump attack from here onto this chandelier and then onto the little corner there. You know what? Let me give it a try. I haven't done this one in a long time, but I think you can get a boomerang long jump attack off of... Or no, I think you have to make it go out of bounds. So I'm going to make it go out of bounds, and then I'm going to do 2 boomerang long jump attacks real quick. I should be able to do one there as well. So let's try this. Yeah, I didn't get the second one. So I know that there are visual cues that you can use, but it's been a little while since I've actually done that one, and it's not really a big deal. You can just use the ball and chain to get past them, or to get back. It's... honestly, like, I guess the boomerang long jump attack there saves a little bit of time, but it's kind of annoying. Also, one thing that I really want to mention about this that I just about forgot, that door over there, if I were to enter that door right now, the game would soft lock. The game would literally, like, I think what would happen, or I don't actually know what happens. I think the other side of that door is locked, actually, and because I don't, or no, I even do have a key, but some doors just don't let you unlock them from the other side, which is really weird. But yeah, that's, I actually lost one of my first 100% attempts to that, because I actually had no idea that that would happen, and I forgot which door to enter. So yeah. But anyways, so now I'm just killing these guys so that they don't get in the way. There's a Poe behind these like ice things here, but you can actually just kind of get it from outside, or get it from this side. Okay, I thought I was actually gonna like get frozen there. But yeah, you can actually just get this post wall without having to break those, which saves a tiny bit of time, I guess. But yeah, and then after that, we just want to enter this room right here. This room has a freezer in it that you're actually supposed to, like, break those, or push those, I kind of forget what the casual strategy is here, but I think you're supposed to push those blocks over there after somehow killing that thing. And then there's a cannon that's like way over there, and then you shoot a cannonball over here. Or no, wait, I think I'm supposed to have the ball and chain at this point. And then you can break those, and then you're supposed to bring the cannon, but we don't actually need the cannon. And also, we don't even need to break this guy, because we literally can just... I am apparently forgetting how to do it. I think you do it from the other side, actually. You can actually... This is the easiest thing in the world. Why is it not working? Let me try it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, by just running into him, getting rid of the damage, and then going over to the other side, or going like rolling while the guy is turning around, you can actually clip behind him and open the door without breaking or without destroying him. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a skip, saves a tiny bit of time, I think. Now, the reason that I broke this is actually because there is a cool little double boomerang long jump attack that I'm going to be attempting right here, but there's a good chance that I'm going to fail it because I haven't done it in a long time. But anyways, so normally that freezer there blocks you from being able to climb up the ladder over there. Normally you're supposed to do what I mentioned you could do in the other room, bring the cannonball over into that room, and then you're supposed to bring it into this room and use that cannon over there to blow up this thing. But you can actually do a boomerang long jump attack to that little, like, wall section on top of that. So what you want to do to be able to actually consistently get this is you don't want to be standing as far forward as you can. That actually makes you jump a little bit too far. So you want to be standing a little ways back. We'll try this right here. So then at this point, I just want to kind of like look at where this is and then aim up here and get a boomerang long jump attack off of the ceiling there because that is solid. So let me try and do this. And there we go, I got it. You can actually ledge grab there. And also I need to wait for him to stop blowing. And then after that, you can actually just ledge grab that right there. And then with that, we actually also don't even need to bother killing the freezer at all. We can just enter this door. And this door right here brings us to this room. This is the last chest that Yetta is pointing you to, because like the whole gimmick of this dungeon is that Yetta keeps like pointing you to these chests where she thinks the bedroom key is, which is like the boss key in this dungeon. But she keeps, because she's sick, she has like a bad memory, and so she can't remember. And so she keeps sending you to the wrong place. But we actually skipped the other two chests completely. Actually, hold on. I think I want that because I missed the red or the orange rupee earlier on. I think I want to be collecting some money. So yeah. Now right here, a good strategy for this room is just whenever there's these guys that drop down, you can just throw the ball and chain at them while they're still dropping down. It doesn't work for every single one of them because, yeah, as you can see, it's like proximity based, and sometimes you just you get too close to them anyways. But if you do everything right, it should be relatively simple. There is a really cool strat that you can do for this room where you use the this attack to kill a few of them because that kills them in one shot. But it's a little bit weird to do, and I'm a little bit unfamiliar with that method. So, but it doesn't really matter. It's just any way that you can kill them. Really, that method only saves a little bit of time. But yeah, with that, we can get the bedroom key. And Midna finally says we finally found the key, but that was literally the first time we actually went looking for it. But anyways, so now that we're done that, we can just head over finally to the boss. So let's head out the door here. All right, and I guess the freezer's still there, and are you okay there, Yetta? So yeah, because the freezer, normally you're of course supposed to kill the freezer to actually be able to get into this room. If you don't kill that, the game doesn't check for where it wants to put Yetta, so it just puts Yetta right inside the freezer there. So yeah, that's just a fun little graphical error. But now that we've done that, I do believe I got all 3 Poes in this dungeon, and I got obviously the item, and I got the 2 heart pieces, I'm pretty sure. So we can just, with that, we can head into the bedroom here. So let's just do that. This is actually weird. You can actually skip this cutscene. Normally you can't skip cutscenes of entering doors, but for some reason on this one you kind of can. I guess it's because Yetta's walking up, and so it's a separate cutscene kind of. But anyways, now that we're done that, we're going to skip the cutscene with the jump scare because nobody likes jump scares. And then we have Blizzetta, the boss fight. So this first section is pretty simple. You kind of just want to throw the ball and chain at her as many times as you can. Yeah, something like that. She starts to get smaller, and it gets to be a little harder to hit her. But it's not too difficult at a certain point, although she does start trying to, like, move towards you. Yeah, right there, she's already dead. Or the first phase, rather, is already done. And we can't skip that cutscene. But anyways, this second phase actually has a really cool strategy that we can use. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it because it's a pretty difficult strategy, but you can actually get, I believe you can get a triple hit on Yetta right here. Because the point of this section is that Blizzette is going to be way up in the air, and she's going to start throwing these things at us. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, the best strategy is just to get damaged right away. Because then she's just going to keep dropping these on you. Oh, I guess you were probably supposed to get damaged at the end. But yeah, we can break a bunch of them as a result. And then, yeah, so right here, and then we just need to wait for this. And then I'm going to hopefully be able to get this. I missed. How did that miss? So I have no idea why that missed, but yeah, so if you understand what I was trying to do there, literally, once you hit her against the wall there, if you aim right, you can actually hit her against the wall again while she's raising up, and it ends up skipping a cycle. I'll try and do it again right here, but of course I can't guarantee it. Let me just get damaged right here so that I can break some of these. I guess I only got, was that 2 or 3 of them? I don't know. Oh, this is bad, actually. Yeah, I broke all of the ones on the wrong side. Yeah, this isn't gonna work, I don't think. Oh, it actually did! Okay, I'm surprised. Apparently you have a lot larger of a window for that to work than I thought. So yeah, by doing that, you can just completely skip cycles on this. You can actually, I think, if you're fast enough, you can do it twice in one cycle, basically. Like, you can hit her 3 times in one cycle. But that's, I think that's pretty precise to do. But yeah, even getting 1 cycle skip is pretty good. So yeah, that's really nice. And with that, we have completed Snow Peak Ruins, finally, after our second visit to it. We get the, what is that? Is that this? Yeah, that's the second mirror shard that we can get. And with, yeah, we have 2 more left. Apparently, yeah, we have Dungeon 6 and Dungeon 7 still left to go. So those will be coming pretty soon, but yeah. So with that, we have finished the dungeon, and actually right here, this cutscene after this is honestly one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. It's just, it's so adorable, I guess, is the best way of putting it. Because, like, Yeto just comes in, and this is actually, I thought that this was really clever, this moment right here, because most bosses that you beat, when you beat them, like, some part of them or whatever explodes to reveal the heart container. But the way that they did that for this dungeon, for getting the heart container to appear, I thought was just absolute genius when I first saw it. And even now, like, I love the way that it works. I'll just let this cutscene play, because I absolutely love this. I honestly don't think any other Zelda game has done that, and it's genius. It's one of the things that I love about this game. Anyways, I want to show something. You can actually collect the heart container with the ball and chain, and it actually saves a little bit of time, because you don't actually have to walk all the way over there. But yeah, that's just a fun little thing that you can do. But anyways, with that, we're done the dungeon, so we can just leave. And with that, that'll be the end of the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click the like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me on the links in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!